Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 6 of the season 2 of our Satisfactory playthrough. I'm your host, Samozy, and in today's episode, we're going to be having a look at something I've done off camera. Let's get to it. So, as you can see, there's a rather large factory that's sort of sprouted up over here. So to keep you in the loop where we are, over there is the tutorial, over there is the starter base, and there's a factory car. Well, we'll take a quick look around the outside first before we get in there, and I'll show you what it looks like. So here's just a little bit of an overview, nothing too special, you know, it's just a large factory. There's 3 floors to it. We can get around here without there being too much lag. You can also see that the back's just a flat wall up against a bit of a cliff area, so I didn't really worry about it too much. This is about the flattest area I could find to build a factory on, of this size anyway. So if we come around here, we come up into the garage. Oh, more of a turn. See that I've got this little garage area here. And then if you come into the factory, oh, these have come back. That's weird. Let's get rid of these again. They're very odd. Anything else? That one there as well, I guess. There we go. Sweet. That's them done. So as you can see, we've got a relatively large open area here for building our factories in. And then I've also got this little area on the side. So if we come up another floor, there's our second floor of the factory, and we go up one more floor. And here's the third floor to the factory. So this one's a little bit different on the sides just because of the way I built the roof. But, you know, overall, it's about the same size. It's as small as I could build the factory while still having enough room to build in here comfortably, you know what I mean? So, as you can see, an assembler will fit anywhere. Like so. So, yeah. I've also got these little footpaths, I guess you could call them. Just so that we can hang out on our factory and have a look. If you wanted to have a look, also the Manta comes across here. That's why I didn't go too much higher with this factory, because he actually gets really close. So in the future we might build a little Manta docking station up there. Here's our little platform over here, little veranda. That looks nice. Yeah. Hopefully you get some inspiration from this design. It's not too detailed or anything. There's a few different shaped roofs. But yeah, I think it's nice. Nevertheless, that brings us to today's episode and what we're doing. Well, my plan is that it's all well and good to have a big factory, you know? But if there's no resources coming in, then what's the point, right? So, in today's episode, what we're going to be doing is working on a highway. So we've got coal in that direction, I know that for a fact. And we've got, if I can forward drive over here. We've also got Caterium, iron, copper, and limestone in this direction. Pure nodes, that is. So what I want to do is build basically a sky bridge across here, out to... I don't really want to go up there. I want to go all the way along here. Run, forest, run. So it'll come along here. Over to here. And then I want it to go up to there if I can. Possibly. And then we'll pick up the Caterium from there, because that's where the Caterium ore is. If I, as you can see. And then we'll continue on to go pick up our limestone, which is in that direction. do believe, or is it that direction? I think it's that direction. Yeah, that way. Cool. Well, without further ado, let's start designing the sky rail, I guess. Grab these bad boys. So I want it to connect to this building. Having said that though, I'm happy for it to connect in a different way, if that makes sense. Like, let's say I do this, for example. I'm happy for it to connect into the building like so. You know? Hopefully that makes sense. Now the big question is, where do I want to start the rail? I don't really want it to come across the top of the building if I can avoid it, or come in this way, because I like this. So I'll have to come in from this direction, I guess. So right here looks like as good a spot as any, right? Pretty centralized. Yeah, cool. Now, do we want to use these, or do we want to use these? So this is going to come down to preference, even though it's really dark. So I might tinker around with this for a while off camera in the dark, and then once it's daytime again, I'll bring you back. Hey guys, I thought I'd bring you back with a design that I've sort of settled on, I guess. So this is what the bridge is going to look like eventually, with this section just here. As you can see, we're going to have rails on either side, the thin on the top, these little supports underneath between the pillars, and we're going to have a 5 space in between them. The reason I've chosen a 5 space between these pillars is because of the way that conveyor belts work. So a conveyor belt will go 5 and a little bit foundations. The reason that I've done it is so that I can make these inclines that I eventually do exactly like 1, if that makes sense. So I'll come up 5 of these, and then I'll have a foundation, a flat bit of foundation ground like that, and then I'll go up another 5 if I need to, or I'll go down 5, whatever. So that's the reason I've come to the decision to make it as wide as I have. Realistically, if I made it a little bit wider, I would have saved myself a whole heap of time and resources, for instance going 12. But I feel like 6 is going to end up looking the best. Oh, hello. Oops, daisies. And then obviously these edges are just the walkway T-cross. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the, I guess, side railings for the inclines though, because the only incline on side railing we have is these. I think that might look a little bit weird. So we'll work that out later. But with any luck though, because the whole reason we're doing this is for, logistics. Let's see if we can fit a 3 stack on here. I want to say 3 stack. Probably go there, there, and there. And I'd say 9 high maybe. I reckon that could look good. So the next big thing will be, where do these go? These conveyor pole stackers. Destroy all of these. Oh man, you don't want to misplace these because they take forever to get rid of. So I'm thinking that for every, I guess, platform thing, you try to put them in the center. So the question is, if I go over to the next platform, is here, we put that in the, oh, what the heck? That's weird that it won't let us place it there. Must have to do with these, so we might have to come through afterwards with the, yeah, because if I get rid of this, is that going to allow us to place it now? It is. Okay, well that's something to keep aware of, I guess. these interfered the placement of these. So is that going to be too long? That's the big question. Or how long does it go? Oh, that's like on the money. That is max extension. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Okay, cool. Well, that's the distance we're going with, and that's how I'm setting it up. So each one of these, pillars, it's going to be our pillar of power, or the pillar of autumn if you played Halo Reach, because that was a great game. And we're going to do, I'd say probably 9. What are we going to have? We're going to have Caterium by 1. We're going to have a copper. We're going to have 3 irons, I believe, and 2 limestones. That's 7, and then that gives us a little bit of room for expansion. We'll do a 9 bus for now. Obviously, I'll have to come through and chuck high-level belts on here eventually, but that's going to be an absolute effort. So if you haven't noticed, this is going to take a really long time for me to do all of this. So don't expect it to be done in one episode. But I'll do my best to try and make some progress in today's episode for you. I'm not going to do any of the detail work, obviously. Just because it's a little bit too time consuming. I will, however, get the groundwork down so that you can see what's going on and what direction we're going. That up there like so. Do I have any? I do not. Well, I mean, eventually I'll go swap these out with the real deal being the beams. So Mark III belts is probably going to be what I go with. I don't have the Mark IV belts as of yet, so I'm not going to bother with it, obviously. But if we can get this in here, this should give us a pretty good idea of what the thing will look like. If we have enough. Come on. Sweet. As you can see, this is going to be hella finicky. So I'm going to place all these belts down just for these 2 sections, and then I'll be back with you when that's done. Rightio, so all the belts are done. I've also got a little ladder here. So I'm going to put these through every however many blocks just so I can get up there if I have to get off or whatever. But if you just pay attention from here through to just the edge there, then that's what this is going to look like eventually. I'm going to try and make probably this whole section here look like this in this episode so I can get a nice thumbnail and everything. But realistically, what I'm going to do is just go through and produce these foundations all the way along to try and get out to the resources from there onwards. That way you guys can get a bit of progress, but also get something that looks really nice in this episode. So without further ado, I'm going to go through and probably gather some more resources. Yeah, we're almost out of plate again. Do this section here, like completely finish it up, and then I will, I'll do as much as I can, and then I'll come back, show you what I've done, and then we'll go through and start making some progress. Cool beans, see you soon! Hey guys, so I just ran out of concrete, and I thought I might show you how much of the, the bridge I've built so far. So as you can see, I've made the decision to come out over the water next to the waterfall. Purely because the water's flat, obviously, so it means I don't have to do much of this, because that is annoying. And there's a bunch of resources over there that we need, and there's also a bunch of resources over there that we need. So we're going to come out, turn it right here, go over to there, probably turn left again, and then go all the way out. And that's how we'll get our oil as well as our resources, and I'll come in this way. Come to think of it, I probably should have built the base like here in the water, in this massive open area, but you know, live and learn. Water bases are a little bit odd in my opinion, but nevertheless, let's wander on over. Quite the walk. I've done some of the pillars. I haven't really decorated anything yet though, obviously. Here's the caterham I was talking about, right there. Nice pure caterium, beautiful. We'll come up here, over this little like janky bridge thing, right there. Come down here, and then here's a little, buffer. I don't know, because what I'm going to do here is this. So I'm going to chuck them, if I could afford them there. I'm also going to put them here. And that'll just make it look a little smoother with the belts. So that's the reason that's like that. And then if we come through the trees, here is the beginning of the line again. So I'm going to need a bucket load of resources. I'm coming to the realization rather quickly. So I might go load up on, do I have any? I don't. Might go load up on some concrete and continue the trek. And then when I'm bored in the future and I feel like playing Satisfactory, that's when I'll come through and I'll start doing all of the these things, the nice decoration of the pillars. But what we do need to try and get done is this main, I guess, assembly there, as well as, or at least the sky bridge, and these conveyors we'll need to do. So I'm gonna get some more concrete and continue on, and then I'll give you an update once I've hopefully made it out to some more ore. So check it out. We've built ourselves the, I guess, sky rail conveyor belt foundation all the way out to the pure oil. So this is the best spot for oil on the map, these islands out here. So it comes all the way from our base all the way to here. So if we follow this back, it'll take us all the way back to that main factory that I built. So it's going to be a heck of a walk, but I'm going to take you for a little bit of a journey, shall I? Also, there's a whole heap of limestone, pure, just in there. Hopefully this will show you. Come on. There. So there's 2 in there that are limestone pure. And then there should be 3 iron ore in there. Yeah, see? 3 iron ore. And I think there's also a copper in there as well. Right there. So that's the main reason that we built out this way with this. Purely because there's just so many resources out here. Like, this is the best way. Also, I had a thought. I have no idea how we're going to do the power poles on this bridge. I didn't even think about it. So, there's that. But what I will need to go do is go get some resources. So I need to go get some steel pipe so we can hook up the Mark II miners over here. So there'll be a bunch of them. And I'll just, you know, willy-nilly get the conveyor belts down to here and onto this. Which means that we're going to need to come across, we're all out of plates, don't worry about it. Take the car back. Oh no. Turns out I can't drive a car to save my life. Come on. Up you get. Up you get. Oh, what the heck. That was weird. Okay, cool. So we follow it along. As you can see, goes all the way along here. Hopefully we don't just careen off the edge of the waterfall, because that would be disappointing. Cruise along the waterfall. I haven't really done any decoration over here yet. It's all just practical. It's all built so that we can get our resources we need, being the 4 pure oil, the 1 pure caterium, a pure copper, 2 pure limestones, and 3 pure iron. So what does that leave us with? What do we got? 3 iron. So, and then we've also got 2 lime. No car, don't drive off the edge. Bad car. There we go. Yeah, so 3 iron, 2 limestone, so that's 5. Caterium 6. 4 oil 10. A copper 11. So we've got 11 pure nodes out this way, so we're going to need to add another stack to those belts as well. Holy doolies. Okie dokie. Around here. Oh, I'm going to need to take this car off here now I've thought about it. So I've obviously done a little bit of building down there. Ran out of resources again. Seems to be all that we perpetually do. We can do a little bit of off-roading. This is Hecker's off-roading. This is what I call this. That's Hecker's off-roading. Yo. See if we can get down here. Can indeed. Easy. Look at that. Oh. Rocks. Bane of my existence. Get out of the way, rocks. Cool. So this is sort of what it's going to look like. I think it looks pretty cool. Better than just having some random thing floating through the whole sky. It's got at least a little bit of presence, but it's not too overwhelming. Oof, but we need to go on top of that again. We'll see how it looks. Rightio, I'm gonna go get some more resources again, and I'll meet you back over there when I've got them. So I've put some thought into the power, and the results aren't exactly good. It just doesn't fit. So the power can't fit at the top at all of this. So I was thinking we could potentially have it come through the bases of these, but then I realized the bases of these aren't exactly tall either. So we may just have to run our own power lines just off around the edge of the map. That's how I'm going to get around it. This is just going to be conveyor belts. The power will go a different route, which isn't ideal, but it does mean that I can stretch the power out as long as I can. But anyway, this is a pretty good idea of what it's all going to look like. I just need to get a few more rails in like this, and then you guys will be able to sort of see where I'm going with this episode. This is taking quite some time, realistically, and I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that, I just had to sneeze real quick. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good idea of what I want this to all look like and how it's going to turn out. It's just going to take a lot of time. But that's okay, because it's much better than having stuff spread everywhere and then no sort of control or... Man, how long does this thing go for? Come on. Where's the end? These damn trees. I want to cut it down, but at the same time I don't, because it looks good. I mean, not up here, but from below it looks really good. So we'll just deal with it for the time being. Get this corner done. Oh, come off it. I have no idea where this is, hey. Put you in there like this. That'll do. There we go. Tuck you there. Sweet. Ugh. That tree is nasty. Luckily, I haven't got any more trees like that along the way. That's the only one. But man, oh man, is that a gross tree. Righto, okay, cool. Let's keep going. What do we got? Walkway, T-cross, bring it on. Just want to finish off this one section. And then show you guys what it looks like. Keeping in mind that this is going to take me a long time. This isn't going to be done anytime soon. I might have the conveyor belts done sometime in the end of the next episode, but there's no way on earth that I'm going to have this actually finished for a very long time. Is that the edge there? There we go. Cool. Well, there you have it, eh? We can now see, oh, and also this is how I'm going to do the corners, so this is probably important to show you as well, sorry. So you guys can see what I mean by the way that I've built this. Get in there. Come on. There we go. And then I'll probably go all the way up to here too. There we are. Man, oh me, oh my, oh man. I've only got 285, so there's no way I'm going to be able to get this done. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get one of these done, to be honest, with 285. These use up a lot of conveyor. Come on. Pop you up. Make it a bit easier. I missed one too. Basically a rookie conveyor builder. You, get in there. There we are. No, I definitely pressed 3. There we go. Oof. We're going to need to really crank out a new steel beam production facility, hey? Because mine is not going to cut. Like, it's not even going to come even close to cutting it. We're already out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't even show you that. But, basically, you'll notice that it sort of just flows really well. It doesn't look janky. So that's the reason that they're 5 in the middles. So hopefully that's a better view of why I've intentionally chosen this design. That needs walls. That looks terrible without them. Oh man. Which one of those walls are the right way? That is. There we go. As much as the problem as I can fix right now. But anyway, so you guys have got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be wasting hours and hours and hours doing. I might continue playing this today. As of recording this, I'm a little bit behind on my videos, so I'll have this recorded, edited, and uploaded straight away. So it's Saturday in Australia. But yes, nevertheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know that we didn't do too much. I mean, realistically I did do an absolute buttload of these. Oh boy. Righto. Anyway, if you like the episode and you enjoy this factory, basically, before I leave you though, pro tip on these factories, to make them not look like solid boxes, just adding something like, I don't need this, but it's there. And I thought, well, the staircase, I can put it inside, but I'll put it outside, and you put this little extra bump on it, and it just adds a lot of, I guess, flair to the factory. It makes it way less boring. The roofs on these huge factories are very difficult. I spent a little while trying to work out how to make this roof, because I wanted to make it all janky, but it's just too wide. So I ended up going with this design, but nevertheless, like, as you can see, just this little extra bit there, and these walkways across the top make a huge difference to this factory, because if you just look at that side versus that side, it's, yeah, remarkable change. But anyway, I better crack on with wrapping up this episode so that you guys can get something for your Saturday. I've been Some Aussie. If you enjoyed this video and you you know, like the design I've come up with for this or whatever else, make sure that you leave a like on the video. It helps me out a lot, gets that channel pushed out there a little bit more. And if you want to see more on the channel, be it factory building and Satisfactory or Minecraft or Facecam Fridays, so like I'll play just random video games I'm interested in on Facecam. If you want to see any of that, make sure that you consider subscribing to the channel. I've been your host, Samosi, and I'll see you next time. Bye!